They say a woman's life changes the day she becomes a mother. But Ugonma's life changed the day the man who promised never to leave her disappeared. Ugonma was once a young woman full of hope. She believed in love with her whole heart, believing that when two people truly loved each other, nothing could separate them. She trusted her boyfriend completely, never imagining that the same man would one day abandon her when she needed him most. When Ugonma discovered she was pregnant, fear and joy filled her heart at the same time. She believed the child would strengthen their bond, give their love a deeper meaning. But the moment she told her boyfriend, everything changed. His warm words turned cold, his promises became excuses, and within days, he vanished. No calls, no messages, no explanation. He left forever. Ugonma cried, begged, and waited, but the man never returned. As if her pain was not enough, tragedy struck again. Her father, who had already grown distant, abandoned her mother and remarried another woman. He walked away from his responsibilities, leaving behind unpaid bills, a broken home, and two women struggling to survive. Ugonma's mother tried to be strong, but her strength was only half. Half because her heart was shattered too. Now Ugonma was pregnant, abandoned, and poor. Pregnancy became the hardest season of her life. Some days there was no food. Some nights she cried silently so her mother would not hear. She faced shame from neighbors, whispers in the market, and judgment from people who once smiled at her. She has ruined her life, some said. No man will marry her again, others whispered. But Ugonma did not give up. When the time came, she gave birth to a baby girl. The child's cry filled the small room, strong and demanding, like a declaration of life. For the first time in months, Ugonma smiled. She named her daughter Adaeze, daughter of a king. Holding the baby close, Ugonma made a silent promise. I will never abandon you, no matter how hard life becomes. Raising Adaeze was not easy. Ugonma worked small jobs, selling vegetables, washing clothes, helping neighbors, anything that would put food on the table. Her mother helped when she could, but age and pain limited her strength. Still, the three of them formed a small family, built on love, sacrifice, and resilience. Years passed slowly. Adaeze grew into a bright, intelligent girl, cheerful, curious, always asking questions. But there was one question that pierced Ugonma's heart every time. Mama, where is my father? Each time, Ugonma found gentle words. She never spoke badly of the man who abandoned them. But when she turned away, her eyes always carried pain. 7 years passed. By then, Ugonma had changed. She was no longer the fragile girl left behind. Life had hardened her, but it had also made her wise, patient, and strong. Though she lived simply, she carried herself with dignity. That was when Chike entered her life. Chike was calm, respectful, and kind. He did not rush her or make empty promises. They met through daily village life, simple greetings that slowly turned into conversations. Chike noticed Ugonma's strength before her beauty. He admired how she cared for her daughter and respected her mother. One day, he spoke honestly. I like you, he said. I want to know you better. Fear filled Ugonma's heart. She had trusted once and paid a heavy price. There is something you must know, she said quietly. I have a daughter. She is 7 years old. She waited for rejection. Instead, Chike smiled. Then, I will love her too. Those words changed everything. Slowly, Ugonma allowed him into her life. Chike treated Adaeze with kindness. helping with schoolwork, listening to her stories, walking her to school. Adaeze quickly grew attached to him. For the first time in years, Ugonma felt peace. But peace never stays unnoticed. The village began to talk. Why would a man choose a woman with another man's child? Is Chike blind? She will bring him trouble. Ugonma heard the whispers, but stayed silent. Chike ignored the noise. Then the past returned. One afternoon at the market, Ugonma heard a voice she had not heard in 7 years. Ugonma. She turned and froze. It was Obinna. He looked successful now. Clean clothes, confident smile, but his eyes did not meet hers. They scanned the crowd, measuring who was watching. "I've come back," he said casually. "I want to see my daughter." Ugonma's heart raced. "You left us," she said firmly. "You have no right." But Obinna did not listen. He began spreading stories around the village, claiming Adaeze as his child, calling Ugonma his woman. Confusion followed. Tension grew. Adaeze sensed the trouble. She became quiet. One evening, when Obinna appeared near their compound, Adaeze clutched Ugonma's wrapper tightly and whispered, "Mama, please don't let him take me." That night, Ugonma cried, not from weakness, but from anger. Chike stood by her. "A father is not the man who disappears," he said. "A father is the man who stays." The confrontation came when Obinna stormed Ugonma's compound, demanding his rights. Neighbors gathered, watching like spectators at a market drama. For the first time, Ugonma stood boldly. "You abandoned me when I was pregnant," she said, her voice shaking but strong. "You abandoned your child. You do not get to return now and destroy the life we built." Silence followed. Obinna had no answer. He left defeated, not by force, but by truth. After that day, the village grew quiet. Soon after, Chike married Ugonma in a simple ceremony. There was no luxury, but there was joy. Adaeze stood proudly between them, holding both their hands. Ugonma's mother wept tears of happiness. Ugonma had lost loved ones, but she found it again. Not the kind that runs away, but the kind that stays, protects, and heals. Her story became a lesson that abandonment does not define destiny, that single motherhood is not the end of love, that patience, strength, and truth can bring a second chance. And so, Ugonma, her daughter, and the man who chose them lived not in wealth, but in peace, love, and dignity. What truly defines love and fatherhood? The man who lives or the one who stays? And if this emotional African story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and follow us for more inspiring life stories, and turn on your notification button. Thanks for watching.